Stop scrolling for just a second. Aries, you didn't find this video by accident, and the algorithm didn't just guess what you're going through right now. The very cycle you are in pulled this message to you tonight. I can feel the heavy weight you've been carrying in silence, that strange creeping sensation that someone is watching your every move from the shadows. You are about to discover exactly whose insecurities are trying to pull you down, and how to stop them, but only if you stay and listen closely. You're pushing forward, you're doing the work, but suddenly you feel weighed down. You start second-guessing yourself, experiencing a strange, heavy exhaustion, as if you're carrying someone else's mental baggage. You are a lighthouse that shines effortlessly and naturally, but their returning insecurities are a heavy, dense fog trying to suffocate your light, simply because they are entirely incapable of producing their own fire. You will discover why you've been feeling an unexplainable weight, even when you are doing everything right. You will understand how someone else's returning insecurities are operating as a silent, energetic siege against your life. You will learn how to build an impenetrable mirror shield to bounce this heavy energy back to its source. You will see the exact moment this invisible cord of obsession is finally severed. And before this message closes, I will tell you a single sentence about your life that you will carry with you for the next few months. Have you ever felt that strange heaviness on your chest that grows stronger right when you are about to step into your power? As if someone's unseen eyes are constantly tracking your every move, as if a voice in your head was trying to convince you that this exhaustion is all your fault and that the safest thing to do is to just stay small. And what if this sudden fatigue, the stalled projects and the fake smiles aren't just bad luck, but a sign that the universe is trying to show you the spiritual envy wrapping around your path? While many pretend that spiritual envy doesn't exist, few realize that every stalled victory can carry an unspoken resentment, an invisible tether, and a heavy psychic siege that hasn't been cut yet. But what if the great turning point lies in this revelation that you haven't been able to apply yet? Now think with me. Why does everything in my life stall just when it is about to work out? What if every project that died the night before it launched, every compliment that left a bitter taste in your mouth, every brilliant idea you had that was called crazy until someone else did it, every wave of heavy energy after certain encounters, and this constant draining sensation of being watched too closely, were signs of a spiritual envy you have ignored for far too long? It was searching for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against the Sign of Aries. This book is not just a read. It is a revelation created for Aries who want to understand exactly where this draining energy is coming from, cut the invisible cords of envy, the evil eye and silent sabotage, and armor your energy so you can finally expand without fear of being seen. Many Aries already feel that they need to protect themselves from this energy surrounding them, but they haven't yet made the decision to download the digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. But attention, the access could be taken down at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform the way you protect your energy. Do not wait for one more of your goals to stall at the last minute to finally seek out your spiritual protection. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the spiritual envy that tried to suffocate your fire might be the exact proof that the universe has given you a light far too massive to ever go unnoticed. You are still processing this right now, feeling that chill of recognition on the back of your neck. If this first word has already touched something deep inside of you, type "My light is protected" down below. Not for me, but because another Aries who is exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to find them tonight. This path of protection has a map, and it is already within your reach in the first pinned comment. I will return to it shortly. And if for some reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I do not receive a single cent for any of these messages I deliver here every day. Nothing at all, and yet they keep coming out every single day for you and for every Aries who still needs to be reached. If at any moment your heart wishes to return a little of what you received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the first pinned comment right below the book. Whatever amount fits in your hand today, whatever sum your heart points to. This is what keeps this channel standing. This is what makes the next message reach another Aries tomorrow, exactly as it reached you today. I will be waiting for you there, Aries. I haven't even told you the most important thing yet. There are 4 signs that this unseen siege is already acting upon you, and you will recognize at least one. I need you to pause for a moment and really listen, Aries. Notice how your body reacts to what I am about to say right now. This is not about paranoia, and this is not about pointing fingers at everyone around you. This is about acknowledging the strange physical toll that this invisible weight has been taking on your daily life. You have been pushing through the fatigue with brute force, convinced that you just need to work harder, sleep better, or focus more. But brute force cannot cut a spiritual cord. The exhaustion you feel isn't just physical, it is a symptom of a much deeper, unseen siege. The universe has been dropping clues right in front of you. Subtle shifts in the atmosphere that your fiery intuition picked up on instantly, even if your rational mind tried to brush them off. There are 4 distinct signs that this heavy energy has wrapped itself around your path. And as I speak them, you will recognize exactly what has been happening in the shadows. The first sign always hits when your light is shining its brightest. Remember that sudden, crushing wave of exhaustion right after you shared a piece of good news in a room that abruptly went uncomfortably quiet. You were celebrating a win, but the silence that followed felt thick and heavy. For some of you, this appeared as a sudden, sharp headache right after leaving that environment. For others, it manifested as an immediate urge to go home and just withdraw. You called it a sudden loss of motivation. The universe called it an energetic drain from someone else's obsession. That wasn't a sudden drop in your mood. It was your energy field clashing with an unseen envy that couldn't stand the heat of your fire. The second sign attacks when your defenses are lowered in the dark. It is waking up at 3 a.m. with a racing heart, feeling a heavy, unexplainable anxiety that doesn't even make sense for where you are in life right now. You try to trace it back to your own thoughts, but the fear feels foreign, cold, and entirely out of place. You called it your own returning anxiety. The universe called it a psychic projection of someone else's unhealed insecurities. That 3 a.m. panic doesn't even belong to you. That is the exact moment their obsessive thoughts are trying to cross your spiritual boundaries. The third sign wears a mask of fake support. It is the compliment you received recently that sounded perfectly kind on the surface, but the moment the words hit the air, they left a bitter, heavy taste in your mouth. You felt it in your gut before you even processed the sentence. Aries senses a hostile field long before any words are spoken, and you know exactly what I am talking about. That wasn't kindness, and that wasn't genuine support. It was a Trojan horse carrying their returning insecurities right to your front door. The fourth sign targets the very foundation of your momentum. It is a project, a carefully laid plan, or a financial victory that inexplicably stalled at the very last minute, right when you were about to cross the finish line. Everything was aligned, the hard work was done, and then a sudden, bizarre roadblock appeared out of nowhere. You called it a string of bad luck at the finish line. The universe called it an invisible siege, trying to contain your fire before it spreads. That wasn't bad luck. It was the invisible cord of their envy physically pulling you backward because they are terrified of how fast you are moving forward. These signs are not random, disconnected events. They all have a common origin, and this origin has a name. But before I give you the name, you need something else first. There is a path of protection, and I'm going to open it right now. Before the name, before the word. Because anyone carrying the heavy weight of this unseen siege needs relief before receiving the revelation. Stay with me. And this is exactly where the path of protection opens. The signs that just hit you didn't hit by accident, Aries. You have been walking through your days carrying that dense weight that isn't physical exhaustion. It's colder, a heavy field that closes around you every time your light begins to shine a little brighter. It whispers in the background, trying to make you doubt your own brilliance. You start to believe that if you just work harder, you can outrun this invisible gravity. But you cannot fight a shadow with mere physical effort. I have seen Aries who were exactly where you are right now. Beautiful, blazing people who thought their own fire was the problem, who dimmed their light because they were carrying an unseen weight they couldn't even name. They tried to outwork the exhaustion, pushing through the strange shifts in the room, until they finally realized that the weight wasn't theirs to carry. They believed that if they just became a little quieter, a little less successful, the heavy gaze would finally look away. But that is the ultimate trap of the unseen siege. When you dim your light, the shadows only get closer. The doors that slammed shut at the 11th hour, the friendships that suddenly grew cold the moment you started to win, the heavy sensation of carrying the weight of an envy that no one wants to admit. You have been trying to solve a spiritual siege with a physical solution, and that is exactly why the exhaustion keeps returning. The protection you need isn't found in hiding, it's found inside the great secret behind the spiritual envy against the sign of Aries. This digital book is not just a collection of words, it is the absolute key to understanding exactly where this draining energy is coming from, cutting the invisible cords of envy, the evil eye, and silent sabotage, and armoring your energy so you can finally expand without fear of being seen. It maps out the exact architecture of this unspoken resentment. You need to understand the absolute truth of what is happening around you. Envy cannot extinguish a fire it cannot touch. The siege only has the power to drain you while it remains invisible. And this cosmic window does not wait for anyone. The universe is aligning this exact moment to help you break this cycle. But this door only opens once. Every single day you spend without this path is another day they drain your momentum. Every small victory you hide to keep the peace is another piece of your fire surrendered to their returning insecurities. Every major project you delay because of that heavy, unexplained exhaustion is a testament to the power of their unseen siege over your life. Do not wait for the next heavy roadblock to realize what this current cycle is desperately trying to show you. The digital book is available right now in the first pinned comment. Download it immediately while this word is still alive inside you. This is the complete armor against this energetic siege that only this path can map out for you. Think about the lighthouse, Aries. A lighthouse doesn't apologize for shining, and it doesn't try to negotiate with the fog. It simply stands tall and cuts through the darkness. The fog of their returning insecurities will always try to cling to your edges, simply because they are freezing in their own lives. They do not have the internal spark to generate their own warmth, so they obsess over yours. But once your mirror shield is up, that heavy mist has no choice but to bounce right back to its source. Your fire was given to you by the universe to light up your own path, not to warm those who refuse to build their own flame. Feel that truth settling into your chest right now. Feel the sudden relief of finally understanding that this heavy exhaustion was never yours to begin with. You have been carrying a backpack full of stones that someone else placed on your shoulders while you weren't looking. And now, you are finally taking it off. And as I told you earlier, Aries, besides the digital book that is in the first pinned comment, there is that voluntary donation link open right below the book. I still do not receive a single cent for every message that goes out from here to you. That is why this link exists, so that another Aries tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today, whatever amount your heart points to. Every such gesture keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach those who need it, exactly as it reached you today. The next layer goes deeper, and now with the path laid out before you, the name descends. This heavy, invisible weight you have been dragging is not a psychological phase. It is a spiritual mechanism known as the mirror of the unseen. This is the layered architecture of spiritual envy. When the people around you are entirely incapable of producing their own fire, their returning insecurities seek out the closest source of intense light. You are that source. They do not necessarily want to destroy your life. They simply want to feed off your momentum because they are freezing in their own stagnation. The mirror of the unseen operates in distinct, suffocating layers. The first layer is the unspoken resentment that fills the room when you announce a victory. It is that sudden drop in the atmosphere when you walk in with a smile on your face. The second layer is the fake support. It is the bitter compliment that slips past your defenses, carrying a hidden venom designed to make you doubt your own merit. The final layer is the physical drain, the sudden brain fog right before a big decision, the 3 a.m. panic, the inexplicable roadblocks at the finish line. It is not your anxiety, it is their projection. It is not your exhaustion, it is their drain. It is not your failure, it is their siege. It is not your insecurity, it is their envy. The mirror of the unseen traps you by making you believe that you are the problem. It convinces you that if you just rest more, work harder, or stay quiet, the heaviness will pass. But the moment you name this mechanism, the glass begins to shatter. Look at the archetype of the torch that walks through the dark. Imagine a solitary torchbearer walking through a massive, pitch-black cave. The flame does not ask for permission to burn. It does not apologize for its heat. It simply exists, raw and powerful. But the brighter that fire gets, the more the shadows in the cave cling to its edges. The shadows are desperate to steal a fraction of that warmth. They pull at the light, trying to suffocate the flame simply because the dark cannot produce a spark of its own. The torchbearer starts to feel the physical weight of the dark pressing in. They become exhausted by the constant, unspoken effort of keeping the fire alive against an environment that constantly tries to consume it. You are carrying the fire, and their insecurities are just shadows trying to feed off your light. They pull at your energy precisely because your natural brilliance exposes their own refusal to evolve. That is exactly where you are right now, Aries. I saw you swallow your own good news at that table because something deep inside warned you that the room wasn't safe. I felt the exact moment you decided to shrink your life just to make them feel comfortable. I did not forge you in fire so you could spend your days shivering in someone else's shadows. The light I placed inside you was meant to burn down the walls that hold you back, not to warm the hands of those who refuse to build their own spark. There is a man who carried this exact same unseen siege for years. He kept dimming his own fire, believing his success was making the people around him uncomfortable. He shrank his life, his goals, and his voice to fit their returning insecurities. He thought that by staying small, he was protecting the peace. And then, everything changed. He stopped apologizing for his light and finally raised his spiritual mirror. What changed in him wasn't that the people stopped looking or obsessing. They still stared. They still projected. What changed was that their heavy gaze no longer had the power to cross his boundaries and drain his energy. The invisible cord of obsession was severed, and his stalled projects instantly crossed the finish line. You are breathing a little deeper right now, feeling that cold knot of tension in your stomach finally begin to loosen as the truth settles in. The deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name on it. The truth of your situation is not just about the weight you have been carrying. It is about the immense untouchable power that made you a target in the first place. You are not a victim of this heavy energy, Aries. You are the very catalyst for it. The universe allowed this unseen siege to surround you so you could finally recognize the sheer magnitude of the fire you possess. Because when you understand exactly who you are within this cycle, the envy instantly loses its grip, and the mirror shield begins to form on its own. There is the silenced pioneer. This is the Aries who realized early on that their natural brilliance made the room uncomfortable. Aries feels the shift in the atmosphere, and they adjust. You learn to dim your shine, to downplay your victories, and to apologize for your own momentum just so the people around you wouldn't feel left behind. You traded your rightful expansion for a false sense of peace, believing that if you stayed quiet, the heavy stares would finally stop. Then there is the relentless spark. This is the one who refuses to stop moving. You keep burning despite the thick fog of their returning insecurities, pressing against you every single day. Aries pushes forward with brute force, ignoring the sudden exhaustion, dragging the heavy weight of everyone else's unspoken resentment across the finish line with them. But beneath that unstoppable exterior, you are deeply tired of fighting invisible battles that were never yours to fight. And finally, there is the unseen warrior. The one who fought off the heavy, draining energy with absolutely no audience. You faced those 3 a.m. panics entirely alone. You processed the bitter compliments in complete silence. You quietly untangled the invisible cords of envy without ever pointing a finger or starting a war. You protected everyone else's fragile egos while your own spiritual field was being silently drained in the shadows. But you are no longer fighting in the dark. You are the culmination of all three, Aries, and you are finally stepping out of that heavy mist. Notice your chest right now. Take a slow breath and feel that sudden, expanding heat rising in your lungs. That heat has a name, and it is the exact frequency of your true power returning to its rightful owner. You are the fire they could not extinguish, the light they could not contain, and the pioneer who will no longer apologize for winning. But this powerful identity that has just been declared over your life needs to be actively sustained. Because the Aries who knows their own worth, but does not know how to block the energetic siege surrounding them, will inevitably return to carrying this silent shadow that creeps back in exactly when everything in your life finally seemed ready to unlock. It is exactly to seal this newfound identity that you need the great secret behind the spiritual envy against the sign of Aries. The digital book is available right now, waiting for you in the first pinned comment. This is about sustaining the powerful identity that has just been declared over your life, ensuring that your fire remains permanently untouchable by their projection. Do not wait for those heavy, unseen eyes to return to finally claim the protection that was just spoken over you. The path is open, and the armor is yours to take. I promised I would come back to this. You are ready to hold your ground and shine. But before we move forward, you need to know exactly how this unseen cycle will try to creep back into your life, because it will try. I said I would show you exactly how this invisible weight will attempt to reattach itself to your life, Aries. You have recognized the signs, and you have claimed your powerful identity, but the siege will not simply disappear just because you finally saw it. It will try to test the exact boundaries you are building right now. The first tactic is the sudden wave of self-doubt that sounds exactly like your own inner voice. For some of you, this will happen just as you are about to launch a major project. For others, it will be a sudden freezing hesitation right before stepping into a room you rightfully belong in. When that heavy, cold doubt tries to masquerade as your own intuition, you must use your first weapon. Place your right hand firmly over your chest, take a sharp, deep breath in, and declare out loud, "This fear does not belong to me, and I return it to its sender." Feel the immediate physical shift in the air as their projection loses its grip on your mind. The second tactic is the random text message or sudden reappearance right when you start pulling your energy away. They will unconsciously feel the cord being severed, and their returning insecurities will panic, reaching out for a quick fix of your brilliant light. Your second weapon is the absolute power of silence. Turn your phone over. Physically take a step backward to remove yourself from their field, and do not respond. Do not feed the cord. The moment you deny them access, your mirror shield instantly bounces their heavy energy straight back to the source. The third tactic is the sudden urge to hide your next achievement, just so you don't trigger their insecurities again. You will feel that familiar, suffocating push to shrink your life just to keep the peace around you. Your third weapon is your unapologetic fire. Stand tall, roll your shoulders back to expand your chest, and celebrate your win boldly, but only with those who are safely inside your protected circle. Let your light blaze, completely out of their reach. These three weapons protect you from what I was able to show you today, but the cycle has more layers than can fit in one video. The invisible siege that insists on tightening its grip right when you think you've finally broken free will always look for new cracks in your armor. When the next compliment arrives wrapped in hidden bitterness, when your next big plan inexplicably stalls right at the finish line, and when that nameless exhaustion returns out of nowhere after certain encounters, you will need a much deeper defense. To seal these cracks entirely, you need the great secret behind the spiritual envy against the sign of Aries. The digital book, waiting in the first pinned comment, is the complete blueprint of the protection you are still missing, so this energetic siege never traps you again. I am not rushing you, I am warning you. Do not wait for the next wave of their insecurities to hit before you finally open this map. The cosmic window to secure your spiritual perimeter is open right now, but this alignment will not wait. Now I need you to stop learning for a moment and start feeling. I want you to stop whatever else you are doing right now, Aries. If it is safe to do so, close your eyes. If not, just lower your gaze for a second and let the loud noise of the world around you completely fade out. Drop your shoulders. They have been pulled up tightly to your ears for months, unconsciously bracing for an impact that isn't even yours to absorb. Take one slow, deep breath. pulling the air right into the center of your chest. You have been running so fast, trying so desperately to outwork this invisible exhaustion, that you haven't given your physical body permission to actually drop the weight. I want you to give yourself that exact permission right now. Feel the solid ground beneath you. You are completely safe in this space, and you are finally stepping out of their heavy fog. Now, I want you to picture a heavy, dark cord attached to the back of your neck. This is the literal, physical weight of every insecure thought, every bitter assumption, and every envious look they have projected onto you over this entire cycle. You can physically feel its cold, draining gravity trying to pull you backward into their stagnation. Now visualize a blade of pure, blazing Aries fire forming right now in your dominant hand. In one clean, effortless motion, you swing and cut that heavy cord. Feel the immediate, undeniable release of pressure falling straight off your shoulders. Your breath instantly deepens, your hands naturally open. The space around your body immediately fills with a blinding, impenetrable golden light, a massive mirror shield that seals your aura completely. The dense mist of their returning insecurities hits this radiant shield and bounces straight back into the shadows where it belongs. Release the weight of their unspoken resentment. Release the deep guilt you felt for simply shining brighter than the room was prepared to handle. Release the sudden, suffocating urge to hide your massive victories just to keep their fragile peace. Release the heavy, strange exhaustion that was never yours to carry in the first place. I now activate the silenced pioneer inside of you, who will never again apologize for stepping into the light or shrink to fit someone else's comfort zone. I activate the relentless spark, who no longer has to drag the cold weight of the shadows just to cross the finish line. I activate the unseen warrior, who is finally laying down the heavy sword to let this blinding natural fire fight the unseen battles for them. You can feel the physical shift happening in your chest right now, a sudden lightness where there used to be a wall of tension. Before we seal this energy completely, write down below the name of someone you are carrying through this crossing, or, if this is for you, write in one single sentence what you are expecting the universe to give back to you right now. I will read it, and you will not write this alone. Do not release this energy just yet. We are not done. Stay with me. Your home is shielded from their returning insecurities. Your hard work is sealed against the silent sabotage of their envy. And everything that is making its way to you right now is completely invisible to those who wish to see you fail. We who carry the fire in silence know exactly what it costs to burn in a room that prefers the dark. We understand the sheer exhaustion of building a life while constantly pushing back an unseen tide of unspoken resentment. I saw you swallow your own good news at that table because something deep inside warned you that the room wasn't safe. I witnessed you quietly dismantle your momentum, terrified that one more victory would finally cause the fragile peace around you to shatter. But the fire you carry was never meant to be hidden beneath their insecurities. We do not diminish our own brilliance just to protect the delicate egos of those who refuse to build their own spark. Your light is the exact catalyst the universe uses to expose the shadows, not to punish you, but to prove the undeniable magnitude of what you were born to achieve. We are stepping out of the fog today. We are severing the heavy cords of their psychic projection and reclaiming the absolute right to expand without ever asking for permission again. The sudden wave of self-doubt that sounds exactly like your own inner voice ends here. The random text message or sudden reappearance right when you start pulling your energy away ends here. The sudden urge to hide your next achievement just so you don't trigger their insecurities again ends here. Aries has never been too impulsive. Aries is not envied for arriving first. Aries is envied for having the courage others spend their lives pretending to have. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you. I saw you swallow your own good news at that table because something deep inside warned you that the room wasn't safe. And that is exactly why I need to remind you of one thing before sealing. What was cut here is real. The energetic release you just felt in your chest is absolute. But tomorrow morning, the world will try to convince you that nothing has changed. That heavy, envious stare that will try to latch onto your shoulders again tomorrow morning is already looking for a new way in. They will try to reattach the cord, subtly probing your boundaries with a bitter compliment or a sudden text message hoping to catch you off guard. This is why you cannot leave this unprotected. You need the great secret behind the spiritual envy against the sign of Aries. It is waiting for you in the first pinned comment. This digital book is the definitive companion for sustaining the spiritual armor that was forged in this journey today, so it isn't lost by tomorrow. It is the absolute map for keeping your mirror shield permanently raised, ensuring that their returning insecurities bounce straight back without ever touching your inner peace again. Do not let tomorrow test the spiritual shield you have just built today. Secure your path right now. There are thousands of Aries listening to this right now, in the exact same silence as you. You are part of a massive unspoken wave of fire that is finally waking up to its own protection. If this voice found you today, subscribe to the channel, not for numbers, but because the next message in this series will look exactly for those who have already crossed this first one. In the next video of this series, I am going to show you the exact sign that appears 3 days before this heavy siege completely falls, and why almost every Aries ignores it. Do not miss it. And still in this video, Aries, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far, you have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign. And if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment, right below the digital book. Not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees, and the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy stare tries to return, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of spiritual envy, and it is already within your reach. You are the lighthouse, Aries. Let the fog break against your light, for envy cannot extinguish a fire it cannot touch. Now, you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen was seen. What was cut was cut. Walk light, Aries.